J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series is the most popular children's book series ever written. Rowling's books and the subsequent movies based upon her books have helped initiate countless children into different forms of occult ideology. While Rowling acknowledges that sometimes it will take as much as a week to work something out in her stories, she admits that the initial story of Harry Potter and many of the other characters came in a stream of consciousness. Rowling admitted, quote, Harry as a character came fully formed, as did the idea of his sidekicks, the characters of Ron and Hermione, who was the brains of the threesome. She said, it started with Harry, then all three characters and situations came flooding into my head. Rowling describes the way that she writes as though she is often in a stream of consciousness, and that at times she is only taking notes of things she sees and hears in what sound like visions. She states, quote, I see a situation and then I try to describe it as vividly as I can, end quote. I have a very visual imagination. I see it, then I try to describe what is in my mind's eye. For author J.K. Rowling, it all started on a train. It was 1990, and she was traveling from Manchester to London. Rowling describes her own writing ability in writing the Harry Potter series, much in the same way she describes the channeling of spirits that takes place in the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Is it possible that J.K. Rowling herself is being used by spirit entities to indoctrinate our children into witchcraft? Joanne Rowling not only describes her introduction to her main characters in such a way as describing what she sees, but Rowling states that when she writes the dialogue between characters, she simply takes notes from what she hears almost audibly. She states, quote, and I do love writing dialogue. Dialogue comes to me as though I'm just overhearing a conversation, end quote. Blavatsky is an obvious reference to H.P. Blavatsky, as Blavatsky is a perfect anagram for Blavatsky, who shares the same initials as Harry Potter. Her name is usually written as H.P. Blavatsky. Blavatsky's book, Unfogging the Future, is listed as a divination text at the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry in the Harry Potter series, and recalls Isis Unveiled, which is Blavatsky's first major work. Blavatsky is, of course, along with Satanist Aleister Crowley, a Gnostic founder of the modern-day New Age movement, or Neo-Gnosticism. Blavatsky in her Secret Doctrine quotes occultist Eliphaz Levi approvingly, stating, quote, Satan is the angel who is proud enough to believe himself God, brave enough to buy his independence at the price of eternal suffering and torture, beautiful enough to have adored himself in full divine light, strong enough to reign in darkness amidst agony, and to have built himself a throne on his inextinguishable pyre. The prince of anarchy, served by a hierarchy of pure spirits. We saw earlier how both Blavatsky and Crowley taught that Satan liberated humanity from the Creator as he initiated Eve in the Garden of Eden. Harry Potter's escape from the world of Muggles, which are non-magical human beings, is precipitated by a communication that takes place between Harry Potter and a serpent. Harry Potter escapes from the material world of the Muggles to the spiritual world of witchcraft and wizardry. After Harry Potter escapes the world of material illusions, he finds out that he actually has godlike powers. But it's interesting because J.K. Rowling also seems to be patterning the life of Harry Potter after the life of Satanist Aleister Crowley. Like Harry Potter, Crowley abandoned his strict upbringing, claiming that his mother was a tyrannical religious bigot, and went on to discover that he was a sorcerer joining several occult orders. Like Harry Potter, Crowley realized he was a wizard as a preteen. Crowley stated, quote, before I touched my teens, I was already aware that I was the beast, whose number is 666. While Crowley would claim to have committed several human sacrifices, he claimed that he killed his first cat at the age of 11. According to J.K. Rowling, Harry began to find out that he was a wizard at age 11. In Harry Potter, the Goblet of Fire, page 20, it is stated, quote, it had been enough of a shock for Harry to discover on his 11th birthday that he was a wizard. As in Crowley's Satanism, in the Harry Potter series, the number 11 takes on special significance. Crowley writes that, quote, 11 is a number of magic in itself. He also writes that 11, quote, is a sacred number par excellence of the new age or new eon. It is written in the book of the law, 11 as all their numbers who are of us. Crowley claimed that the number 11 was his magic number. Crowley began to spell magic with the letter K at the end of magic because the letter K is the 11th letter of the alphabet and had a special Kabbalistic meaning to Crowley as a Satanist. Not only does Harry realize that he has occult powers at the age of 11, but the length of Harry's wand seems to have special significance, as is perfectly suited for Harry Potter. In Harry Potter, the Goblet of Fire, page 310, we read, quote, Harry had weighed what felt like every wand in the shop. At last, he had found one that suited him. This one, which was made of holly, 11 inches long. Both Crowley and Harry did not only get their starts as sorcerers at the same age and under similar circumstances, but they both had distinguishing marks as children that revealed that they were sorcerers. For Harry Potter, this distinguishing mark, of course, was a lightning bolt. Crowley states in his Confessions, "At birth, I had 3 distinguishing marks." He states that, quote, "Over the center of my heart, I had 4 hairs curling from left to right in the exact form of a swastika. Before Hitler was, I am." Harry has a distinguishing mark on his forehead as well, which is an ancient occult symbol, a Nazi-stylized lightning bolt. In an interview with Scholastic, when J.K. Rowling was asked, quote, "Why did you choose the lightning bolt as a trademark for Harry Potter?" Rowling stated, quote, "Just because I decided that it would be an interesting and distinctive mark," end quote. It is interesting that Harry Potter's lightning bolt and Crowley's swastika both share a similar occult history. The lightning bolt has long been a symbol in the occult and Satanism. Crowley taught that the Satanist was to find his own magical path, and that he was to follow the satanic maxim, "Do what thou wilt, shall be the whole of the law," to realize his true destiny as a magician.
Section for you to check out. But let's go ahead and check this thing out. Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. I mean, right off the bat, the title says a lot. You don't even need to understand that J.K. Rowling is a person who is communicating with demonic spirits to bring about art that is empowered by the spirit of Antichrist, to understand that this is a movie that no Christian should be watching. You just need to look at the title. Fantastic Beast. And if you notice here, we have the serpent, the dragon. Now, this is a symbol for Satan in the Bible. He is referred to as the ancient serpent, that devil, who leads the whole world astray. So it is not coincidence that we see the devil hiding in plain sight as the S in Fantastic Beast. And obviously, beast is something that references the Bible as well. There's the beast in the book of Revelation. We constantly see the different beasts that are arising, etc. So the fantastic demons, beasts, and then even more alarming, and where to find them. This is what they want to teach our children today. They want to teach us about the fantastic demons that come from Satan and where to find them in a movie that is pure satanic witchcraft. Yeah, this is what's going on. So be on guard to this. Now, here's the first clip that I just want to highlight from the trailer. You see the satanic pentagram appearing. She walks into what looks like a secret society club and stands in the middle of this witchcraft wizard coven, which is all an abomination to the Lord, by the way. And she's standing literally in a pentagram. Now, obviously, the witches out there are going to say, no, you're supposed to have it the other way. It's not the pentagram, but yeah, no, it is. Look at the way they placed it, and this is not by coincidence that you see her standing in this. Now, they believe that by standing in this, they can receive demonic power by calling upon the entities that reside on the other side, the fantastic beast. And this is what they're showing our kids, hidden in plain sight, how to practice occultism and Satanism in the form of a movie. Now, some people are going to say things like, well, it's just a movie. You Christians are taking this too far. And that is because their minds are blinded. They are completely deceived and conditioned to believe that this is nothing more than just mindless entertainment. But it's not. Absolutely not. What we place in front of us has a direct effect on us. And what is going on right here is things that are completely commanded against in the Bible. The Bible calls witchcraft, sorcery, magic, and things like that an abomination to our Lord. So what they've managed to do is package the things that the Lord abhors, that he hates, in the form of entertainment, that then some Christians unknowingly and ignorantly will go and be entertained by. Do you believe, brother or sister in the Lord, that the Lord wants you to be entertained by witchcraft, to find it amusing and go for the little ride in the movie theater with them? To be inspired or enjoy this fantastic beasts and where to find them? No. But Satan does. Satan definitely wants to desensitize you to the things that God hates in order that you just see it as entertainment and participate in it. But that is an abomination and pure wickedness.
Okay, then a little something happens, and a little something happens, and then it grows. It's a gateway. Harry Potter, gateway. All of these things are gateways into the occult. You could think that I'm crazy by saying this, but what do you think, that some fictional writer just had this cool, cute idea about a sorcerer of a child with a wand, And then it was just the greatest movie of all time. Everybody had to see it. The Harry Potter movies are old now. They're not new. Okay? You still hear it mentioned in mainstream movies. There's a reason that they do. Okay? They write it in so it never dies out. Just like the Beatles with music or Ozzy. They keep these people and these things relevant because they work. Okay? Harry Potter, they saw what a great gateway it was into the occult. They saw how Christianity has been dying off. And they need to have child programming to lead children into wanting to be in the occult. Okay? Which eventually leads into wanting to worship Satan because it's one and one. They go together. Okay? Which means they'll be led into the worshiping of the Antichrist and thinking that it's cool. That's why these child programs are out there with all this imagery, this satanic Illuminati imagery. And that's why these books and these movies like Harry Potter are pumped. And don't say it's a coincidence and don't fall into the trap and allow your child to go down this path. This is garbage. Harry Potter is garbage. If you're a Harry Potter fan and you're listening to this and you're all upset because you feel like I'm attacking you because you love Harry Potter, well, grow up. Okay? Grow up and step away from it. Jesus Christ is the only answer. He is the only truth. Children should not be indoctrinated with this crap that they're pumping out. So again, what a coincidence. Another Harry Potter book coming out. You're going to see it over time. It's just going to continue and continue. Right? As they make a next generation now. Right? Because that generation, when those movies came out, has grown up into their teens, into their 20s. Right? And as you see, what do we see in the generations now, in the teens and their 20s? They don't believe in Jesus. Most of them, not all, of course. But you see a large increase in occult worship, in Satan worship, in Wicca, witches, garbage, right? That's what you see. Okay? So now here comes another generation, and here comes a new line of Harry Potter to pump out, right? New line of Star Wars for these obsessed people who think it's real, who spend all their time and their money obsessing over these things. Stop. We thank you for listening to today's show. Okay? Just look for these signs. Look at these shows that keep coming out in these books. Witch. Occult. Horror movie that talk about what? Demonic possession, right? Jesus gave exorcisms. We know demonic possession is real. We know that it's real. We know that witchcraft is real and sorcery is real. It's in the scriptures. The media is pushing it to pump and pollute people's minds to follow and worship in the occult. It is a gateway for them. We have to stand up and expose it. Expose this trash. Okay? Point it out to your fellow brother and sister, your neighbor. Let them know. All right? We hope you enjoyed today's show. We thank you for listening. God bless you and may peace be with you.